Classic TV fans, Rick9G here. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about Gilligan's Island. More specifically, I'm going to be getting into the theme songs of Gilligan's Island, because you may remember one, you may even remember two, but there was actually three theme songs to Gilligan's Island. I'll give you all the details about what happened, but first I want to give a big shout out and thank you to all my Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for being amazing, for sending me all the messages of love, and thanks to all of you who have been supporting the channel by watching, by subscribing, and by liking the video. So thank you for doing so ahead of time. Now, as I mentioned, I will be talking about the theme songs of the actual Gilligan's Island TV show, and if you're a big fan of the show, you will know that this show has one of the most recognizable theme songs in all of TV history. I mean, there are people who don't even watch Gilligan's Island or make fun of it or all the negative things you can say, but they will know Gilligan, the skipper to the millionaire and his wife, the movie star, right? And then the rest, or the Professor and Mary Ann, depending on which song you'll hear about. But who sang those songs? That's kind of my focus here in this video, as the individuals who sang the song, who composed it, and all that. So let's start with the two groups who sang the songs. Now, it was initially the Wellingtons. Yes, the group was called the Wellingtons, who recorded the music for the show's first season in 1964 to 1965. Now, the Wellingtons actually did appear on Gilligan's Island. Look, the episode is called Don't Bug the Mosquitoes. It was a season 2 episode. Now, it was a great one because here, the four Wellingtons, the band who sang the actual Gilligan's Island theme song, played other characters, other musicians named the Mosquitoes. It was kind of a play off of the Beatles, right? And then we had Bingo, Bango, Bongo, and Irving. It was kind of a reverse, right, of John, Paul, Ringo, and George. Now, I know some of you may have seen this episode, some of you may have not, but it's a great one. I mean, if you can ever catch it on reruns on MeTV or even on just the DVDs, it is well worth the watch. It's a great one, it's a funny one, and you get to see the guys who actually sang the Gilligan's Island theme song. Now, which one was the one they sang? Well, let me put it into perspective for you. The Wellingtons, which we see here, sang the song from the first season. So if you ever saw the opening with the black and white credits and you hear that version of the song, now I could play it for you a little bit in the background. The reason is copyright prohibits it, so I do have to alter it slightly in terms of tone and things like that, so it's not super easy recognizable. But it sounds pretty much like it should, just maybe it's just a little off. But you can get an idea of what I'm talking about by just hearing this little snippet behind my voice. Again, I don't want to get copyrighted. Now, if we move on to the color episodes, which is season 2 and season 3, that was sung and played essentially by another band. And this was called the Eligibles. I'll show them here. And they re-recorded the first song in their own little version of the ditty. There's more bass in this one, the voices are a little bit deeper, and they did this for the second season and the third season, which was the final season of Gilligan's Island. Now, there was one more theme song, and that was a calypso theme that you probably did not hear of unless you watched The Lost Pilot. I'm showing you images here of The Lost Pilot in terms of who the original Professor, the original Mary Ann, and Ginger were. The characters were even named differently. I believe it was Bunny and so forth. It wasn't Ginger and Mary Ann and so forth. We won't get into that. I've talked about that in another episode. But the point is, there's a more calypso song, and it was very strange. Unfortunately, again, I can't really play it to you in its entirety. I'm sure you can Google it and find out, but I'm just putting this into perspective to you. I have it in the background going, a little slightly altered. But who wrote that song? Who composed it? Well, yes, it was movie legend John Williams. Yeah, the guy who made the theme song to E.T., Jurassic Park, all the Star Wars movies, basically. He is a force unto himself. I actually saw him live in a concert, and it was brilliant. But the Ballad of Gilligan's Island was written by Sherwood Schwartz, and George Wiley, I believe that's how it was said. And later on, the first version was done by the Wellingtons, then later on it was done by the Eligibles and so forth. So that's really cool, that's really fun. I want to know, which of these versions was your favorite? Was it the original black and white that was seen throughout all of season 1? Was it the one with season 2 and 3 done by the Eligibles? I think a lot of you will have different answers for this, but I think it's really interesting. Or the Calypso one, which is really strange. It gives that island theme, but it is nothing like the other 2 songs that we're mostly familiar with. Thank you so much for the support as always. Don't forget to support the channel just by watching. As long as you watch the videos, it does help out my channel so much. You can go above and beyond that by subscribing, by liking. It's all absolutely free, and I'm truly thankful for you doing so. We'll see you all next time, and don't forget, everyone, be hopeful. Thank you so much to everyone who supports my work on Patreon. David D, Sally N, Gerard D, Greg S, Ricky, Citizen Kane 359, Kevin K, and Vito L. If you want to appear on this list, don't forget to look at the Patreon description in the link below. Thank you.